Hello there.
Ladies and gents, I just have to make a quick statement at the beginning of this reaction regarding the X-Files. And no, I am not stopping the X-Files on the channel. Breathe a sigh of relief from that. I just want to say I haven't watched the X-Files in about a week because the last two episodes leading into Easter were not accounted. Like that was uncalled for, bro. Irresistible going into Die Hand Velvet, whatever it was. That was not allowed, bro. Back-to-back devilish episodes is unfair. I haven't even uploaded them at the moment on the channel. Episode 13 is actually due to go up today. But yeah, those two episodes back-to-back, when I get the Monster of the Week type episodes. They were both fantastic, don't get me wrong. But come on, man. Like, leading up to Easter, like, I had to cleanse myself over the weekend. Like, I had to go to church a lot. Like, I had to pray. Lord, forgive me for watching those type of episodes on Holy Week. That was not allowed, man. That was not allowed. And then to top it off, I went and watched Sinners over the weekend as well. That's my fault. That's my fault. But like, man, the adventures of S&M, M&S, Mulder and Scully. Scully and Mulder return today. What is going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, a 25-year-old law and film shooting shot, absolutely shooting his shot. And today we are up to episode 15 of the X-Files season 2, titled Fresh Bones. And if you guys have been paying attention, to film and pop culture news, the X-Files has been circling around, in the news recently. I know this is going to be a long intro, but the X-Files has been circling around recently, which may be good news for the channel, actually. It may draw attention to the X-Files and may get new viewers to the channel, because the X-Files has been in the loop in film and pop culture news, especially with the release of the film Sinners, because Ryan Coogler has talked about an X-Files reboot and what he wants to do and what he wants to bring to the X-Files in terms of making episodes hella scary. Now, if you have seen Sinners like I have, I thought that film was great. Like, what a fantastic film. Like, it really reminded me why we do go to the cinemas. And unfortunately, I didn't see it in IMAX because IMAX is a bit expensive here and it is a trip to the city. But it's only like a 35-minute drive. But it was out of the convenience of my friend and his girlfriend who we went together to go watch Sinners. I thought it was a fantastic film. And watching that film made me want to go see it in the other formats that you can see it in. I really wanted to see it in 70mm and IMAX, and I wanted to see, how, what Ryan Coogler got in the shots, basically. I wanted to see an extension of the shots because you couldn't see that in the theater that I watched it. I thought Sinners was a great film and really reminded me why I fell in love with the movies in the first place, why I love going to the cinemas, why we should all go to the cinemas. And it wasn't that much of a horror to me. It was more like of a thriller. In fact, if you have seen the film, the parts that scared me the most were in the beginning of the film. And I'm not going to go into spoiler details, but there was these beautiful, quick flash cuts at the beginning of the film, and they were the scariest aspect of it. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I in for here? This is not going to be good for my mental. But it was okay. The rest of the film was fine. But yeah, the beginning of the film, with what Ryan Coogler did with those quick flash cuts, I was like, oh, he could, because I knew about the X-Files reboot going into Sinners. I know this is a long intro, I'm sorry, but I'm really energetic and hyped at the moment, because I think he could bring a lot to the table with the X-Files. And obviously, I don't know how the X-Files ends. There's 11 seasons of this thing, and I don't know if a reboot means bringing back the Conovi, the actor that plays Mulder, my bad, and Gillian Anderson back. I'm not sure if that entails bringing them back or a complete new reboot, with 2 new agents. So I'm not sure what he wants to do, because I didn't want to click on the article. I didn't want to click into the comment section of that sort of post, because I don't know. I know there would be spoilers. So I didn't want to click on the article. I didn't want to see, what the article says about the X-Files, how it ends, etc. I did not want to click on it. I just saw that Ryan Coogler wants to do an X-Files reboot, and he said, quote something about, he can do some really scary shit with it. So yeah, I know this has been a 5-minute intro. We're not even into the episode yet. I am sorry for that, guys, but I just wanted to give my thoughts that, you know, the X-Files has been in the loop recently. It's been in the conversation of film and pop culture news, which is good because it can bring more eyes to the channel and hopefully help the reactions. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the reactions. So yeah, hope you guys are ready for this reaction. Let's get into it. And as always, let's absolutely smash it. Let's go. Once again, guys, I apologize for that intro. I know it was long, but I just wanted to get some things off my chest regarding the X-Files and obviously Sinners, which I saw this weekend, which I thought was, you know, fantastic.
What's the matter with you? Can't you hear the baby is crying?
Military vet. Or someone in the military. I saw the dog tags, yeah.
How about some cereal, honey? Will you do that?
I just like to eat my breakfast in peace.
Yeah, man, this is not a healthy house. Not a happy home. Yeah, this is a really disturbing opening. Holy moly. Watch this be a cut to Mulder and Scully investigate. Oh, I thought they were going to cut to Mulder and Scully at the scene of the crime. Because they held that medium wide long shot for a little bit with the car and the tree. Of course it's a juju tree. Of course it's the juju tree. Damn. The truth is out there.
Details of his death were never released.
Why did the military contact us?
They didn't. Mrs. McAlpin contacted the Bureau when the military refused to request.
Shady military stuff.
She doesn't believe it was suicide.
Military cover-ups.
State police reported there was graffiti on the bark.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. This is just my creative juices flowing. You know what? It would have been a sick transition. Like a really sick transition. Obviously, we have that sort of pan around to the tree at the end with the markings. Do a close-up shot of that. Pan around, pan back around and show the car of Mulder and Scully arriving, but the car's not there that crashed into the tree. You just see the tire skid marks to show the passing of time and them arriving at the scene. And then maybe Mulder and Scully hop out of the car and then Scully, you know, says something along the lines, Mulder, can you tell me why you waited so long to tell me about this case? And then he just goes into the exposition dump that we saw in the car. I don't know. That's just my creative juices flowing. If you wanted to, you know, seamlessly transition the beginning of the episode, but obviously we had the title crawl, so it probably would have disrupted that. But that would have been a seamless transition to have. Like, that's just my creative juices flowing right there.
State police reported there was graffiti on the bark.
It's like some kind of ritual symbol.
Most of the refugees at Folkestone are Haitian.
Back to back to back episode of rituals and symbols and devil stuff.
Voodoo was behind her husband's death?
Voodoo stuff, juju.
Mrs. McAlpin doesn't believe her husband killed himself. She wants to know who did.
But the way he told them always made me laugh.
I didn't say this in the intro, and I'm sorry to keep talking about this, but I didn't say, what are your guys' thoughts on, like, the potential X-Files reboot? Like, yay or nay? Without going into any spoilers, I'm curious to see the diehard X-Files fans' thoughts. Those of you who've watched the show before, seen it numerous times, delved into the world of X-Files a little bit more. What are your guys' genuine thoughts? I mean, this discussion could spark a lot of comments, which I want to see. Without going into any spoilers, please. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on the X-Files reboot? Do you want it to happen? Do you not want it to happen? Do you think Ryan Coogler is the right guy to helm the project? What are you worried about if it does go ahead? Because, you know, I always liked Ryan Coogler as a filmmaker. I remember I saw the first Black Panther 5 times in theaters, and I was working at the theaters at the time. I adored that film. Granted, upon rewatch, I don't think it is as strong. There are a lot of flaws in the story, but I still appreciate Ryan Coogler's filmmaking in that film. And obviously, I love Creed. I'm still yet to see Fruitville Station. And I think, you know, by far, the worst project is Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I think that's the weakest story, unfortunately. You know, there's so many factors going into that film, obviously, with the sad passing of Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, I just didn't think that film was nearly as strong as, you know, I just feel like, I don't know, I don't know, I didn't really enjoy that film. But I think with, you know, the release of Sinners, he was on another level. He leveled up with that film. That is by far, in my opinion, his best work from a technical perspective as well. Like his filmmaking, like the cinematography, the way certain scenes were planned and shot, and especially following a lot of the press regarding Sinners, seeing, you know, Ryan Coogler in many interviews, how he broke down how the film was shot. I think, yeah, he was on another level with Sinners, and if he can take that into the X-Files, oh boy, like I was saying at the beginning of the episode, oh boy,
And he got transferred to the camp.
the show will look fantastic.
Nothing was very funny anymore. Even our minister. But Jack believed in dealing with his own problems.
I still think Creed
Did
is
he
his
believe
best
in
film, though.
voodoo?
The Marines, his family, and football pretty much sums up everything Jack believed in.
So when did you first think that his death involved something out of the ordinary?
The same when they found on the stool that Puerto Rican boy used to hang himself.
Damn.
Harry Dunham. My husband had just died, so I didn't give it much thought either way.
Until?
Until
Yeah.
Luke dug this up out of his sandbox.
Oh, I was about to say that's Gary the Snail, but that's
I know
not
it
Gary,
sounds
bro.
crazy me worrying about all this. And I just don't know what to do anymore.
Well, you called the right people. You did call the Ultimate Tag Team Duo. But the fact that that symbol was now in red is alarming. I know in white, it's still a voodoo juju symbol, but in red, it levels up to, like, all sorts of madness. What was it, an immigration colony again? Maybe that's one of the larger world issues the X-Files is touching upon as well.
For such a pretty lady, it's dangerous out here.
Hey, yo, kid, chill.
Well, who got that? For protection.
Oh.
Hey, you should always carry protection. There you go.
You don't know what you're getting into, Mulder.
But your soldiers aren't in combat.
In some ways, what we're dealing with here is worse.
Damn,
How
bro,
so?
Humpty Dumpty, Easter
We're
just
soldiers.
passed.
We're not prison guards. And all I can do is see that they're processed as efficiently
So the
as
refugees are putting juju on the soldiers?
Colonel Wharton,
One night they held some secret ceremony. The next day, all hell broke loose.
we understand a refugee was killed.
That's
Young
some bad
boy.
energy.
No one felt that tragedy more deeply than me.
I'd also like to examine Private McAlpin's body. I have a signed consent from his wife.
Private Dunham will help you both with whatever you need.
At least this military captain has been helpful. Like, he hasn't restricted him from anything thus far. He's granted all that they have requested. But there still might be some shady shit going on as soon as this door closes. Okay.
Saw no reason to conduct an autopsy then. I still don't. Well, you can see for yourself.
Yeah, but this is Scully we're talking about. Oh my.
Have a sick joke, is this? Jackson? Who the hell's been in here? Someone's tampered with McAlpin's body, and I want to know who.
Is that one of the wolves, the wargs from Lord of the Rings?
Yes, sir.
You knew Private McAlpin. His wife said you were friends.
We were in the same squad.
Oh, that's his friend. Okay.
Any idea why he might have killed himself?
Crossroads between the two worlds. A mirror in which a man must confront his true self.
Damn.
These
The mirror.
Marines.
And if you saw when Jack was driving,
Maybe they didn't like what they saw.
he confronted himself in the mirror, in the rearview mirror of the car, and he saw his true self. Like, I don't know if that meant his true self was a contracted killer, or like, you know, because we saw that weird skinless face, I believe.
Warden says you incited the riot last month.
Which is all we ask.
Mulder, I need to speak with you.
She's come to tell you the Marine is gone.
Damn, man.
How did you know?
It's the spirits.
No, I have warned you.
Oh, this guy
Somebody stole
Tortle.
McAlpin's body and replaced it with what looks like a dog's corpse.
They will only warn you once. After that, no magic can save you.
They giving him the
Let's go.
they giving him the Tony Todd treatment from that episode with the lighting and the shadows.
Well, I was only suggesting that whoever did it was clever and thorough. I wasn't suggesting that some kind of spirit did it.
I can totally understand Scully's
Just in
unrest
case.
at the
I
moment.
believe in covering my bases.
Well, the voodoo only works by instilling fear in its believers. You saw how Beauvais tried to intimidate me. I'll admit the power of suggestion is considerable, but this is no more magic than a pair of fuzzy dice.
Scully, look out!
Oh my gosh, bro. I mean, I was about to say Scully had just faced the devil 2 episodes ago. Some freaking
Hey!
devil's servant. Oh,
Private McAlpin?
back from the dead. Some devil's servant or like demon last episode. I mean, she can handle this.
Non-verbal, non-responsive to voice, touch, or pain. Well, obviously he never left. Dr. Foyle made a gross mistake when he signed the death certificate.
Gross
It's not the
mistake.
first time something like that's happened.
Did you get a copy of the blood test?
Yeah. The lab detected trace levels of tetrodotoxin in his blood.
There's always some weird toxin I've never heard of in the
Poison
blood.
found in the liver and reproductive organs of pufferfish. I hope you don't intend to tell Robin McAlpin that she married one.
In 1982, a Harvard ethnobotanist named Wade Davis did extensive field research in Haiti on the zombification phenomenon.
In
He
Haiti
analyzed
too.
several samples of zombie powder prepared by voodoo priests.
Poison.
No, but in small enough doses, it can cause paralysis and depress cardiorespiratory activities to such a low level that the victim might appear clinically dead.
Well, zombie or not, Jack McAlpin is
I love
fine.
being
Exactly.
educated.
Which is what makes me wonder about the other Marine who allegedly killed himself.
I love being educated in these type of X-Files things. You know, we get the toxin, we get whatever's in the blood, we get an explanation of how it's been used in the past from Mulder, and then they basically deliberate. they discuss. Cujo, get out of here, Cujo.
They beat you to it.
Look at that. They dug him up right under my nose. How's he supposed to rest in peace like this?
Thanks, bro.
They can do what they like with the pigs and the chickens. But this is a desecration. This is uncool.
It's uncool, man.
Knock yourselves out. Hey!
Oh, it's the little kid. How did he get away from the military camp?
Hey, what did I do? Maybe you can tell us.
Let's go.
Maybe I should kiss a few and find out if one is good ears.
Now those are the frog. They're the frogs from Shrek 2, man.
They pay good. I go and then I come back.
What about your parents? Are your parents at the camp?
What about a name?
Bro, enjoying that meal.
Chester Bonaparte.
He's enjoying
What do you
that.
do with the frogs, Chester?
First one I catch, I get 50 cents.
From who? Who pays you for them?
Beauvais. His magic is the most strong.
How does he have that type of money from within the camp?
Fries disappear.
Yeah, Chester, I got magic too. And I bet I can make your fries reappear.
Mercy.
Well, a certain frog species secrete a substance called bufotoxin. It's chemically similar to what we found in Private McAlpin's blood. I think we should ask Beauvais what he's doing with those frogs.
I didn't want to say anything before because I wasn't sure, but I think we're being followed. It's a gray 4-door sedan in the parking lot.
Oh, that's the other.
Keep an eye on Chester. Out of the car, Private. You've been following us.
Look, I had to warn you.
You didn't seem too interested in helping us before.
I couldn't talk then, not with Colonel Wharton so close by.
Dodgy Colonel?
And not with him right there. Putting yourselves into the middle of something you don't understand.
But you do.
Beauvais warned him. He told the Colonel he'd take his men one by one unless
what?
You return the people home?
unless the Colonel let his people go back to Haiti. But the Colonel, he just had us turn up the heat on all them beatings and all.
Colonel Wharton sanctioned beatings of the refugees?
He ordered it. And worse, the things he is making us do to those people.
So this episode must be a commentary on refugee camps at the time, right? And the treatment of the refugees.
The Marines to feel good.
You said the Beauvais threatened the Colonel's men.
All they could do was shoot her full of morphine. The pain was so bad. She died 5 minutes past midnight on her wedding day. And when they did an autopsy to try and figure it out, all they could find was a bunch of snakes squirming around inside her belly.
Wait, on her wedding anniversary?
No, ma'am. It's not.
Because on her wedding day,
you see,
she was that sick she still got married?
I'm the one that was supposed to marry her.
Oh. Yeah, okay. So she got sick before the wedding day and then, yeah.
Think he's telling the truth?
Until I can figure out why he lied. Yeah.
I'm superstitious, and superstition breeds fear. It's what voodoo is all about. It's just as irrational as avoiding a crack in the sidewalk.
Why would he be trying to avoid Chester? Chester!
That is poor form, man. Poor form. Oh, we got the Alan Silvestre Predator music going on. Come on.
Chester! Chester!
Where's Chester leading Mulder? Where's Chester leading Mulder?
Chester!
Heck? It is the How would he know water splashes? Don't tell me. Oh, I was about to say. Is that how he's been getting in and out of the camp? He's an animagus? Nah, he's an animagus. He's an animagus. He can... Don't tell me he transformed into the cat.
Can I get you anything else, sir?
Just get the door.
That's crazy. Hey, have you guys seen Predator 2? VOODOO Magic Man.
Sorry, I'm having my breakfast.
That's all right, we already ate.
Scully straightening your head.
What kind of barbaric religion would desecrate a grave?
We suspect it was an act of retaliation.
He's like, I know what you've been up to.
For your mistreatment of the detainees.
It's Beauvais, isn't it?
Another colonel in and over his
Where
head.
you're getting this garbage from? Look, nobody ever said this was a hotel.
We'll let you finish. We don't want your breakfast to get cold.
Ooh, that was cold. That was cold. That was icy cold. Gonna start seeing things in his food. Yeah, similar to the private.
The way I see it, Wharton's left these people no choice but to fight back with the only weapon they have.
VOODOO Magic Man.
There's a big difference between nasty looks and raising the dead.
Not according to Private Dunham.
Ah!
What?
Why always Scully? Why? I love how Scully knows what they're trying to do, but she's just...
Let me see that.
She knows the game, man. She knows what they're playing at. She could have been injected with the poison from that. Aww. They've been marked. The FBI agents have been marked. Big, bold, boiled egg colonel calling the shots and being evil.
Ouvrez une barrière. Comme moi.
You just want the secrets of the voodoo? 10 of diamonds. I believe Chester's like a shapeshifter, right? Oh!
I was surprised to get your card.
I was surprised too.
I'd assumed our last contact would be our last. Why are you here?
Been a minute.
Your investigation is faltering, Agent Mulder.
You've got a renegade Marine who may be violating every human rights provision.
These people have no rights. In 24 hours, all access to Folkestone will be restricted to military personnel. No press, no third-party monitoring.
What about Scully and me?
You'll be called back to Washington on a priority matter.
In 24 hours.
They're making the camp invisible. Why?
In case you haven't noticed, Agent Mulder, the Statue of Liberty is on vacation. The new mandate says if you're not a citizen, you'd better keep out.
Well, why hold them up? Why not just repatriate them? These people are innocent civilians. Some people in Congress might have a real problem with that.
By the time they get a committee together, it'll be as if none of this ever happened.
You can tell X, like, he's just telling Mulder the facts. He's just telling him.
No, you don't
There's
understand. I've been on hold.
There's basically nothing you can do here. I'm just giving you what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, how long you have left. And yeah, there's basically nothing you can do about it, which is quite interesting. Like, yeah, it was cool to see X back. But yeah, even you can tell, no matter what rebuttals Mulder had to X, he's basically saying, okay, if we go down this route, by the time they do this, it's gonna disappear off the face of the earth. Like,
Half an hour. I'm trying to locate a private Dunham. Yeah.
and no, man, not to Scully, bro. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You're looking worse for wear.
Thanks.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Mulder, I just got through to Dunham's barracks. Mulder, listen to this. Dunham's been AWOL since last night.
Is this a dream here?
Mulder? Oh, God.
Damn, the other private killed himself in Mulder's room?
Scully?
Yeah.
I found him wandering around outside. You alright?
Oh, no, he killed the other private, potentially.
It's Dunham.
What exactly did you tell him?
If you're suggesting that I coerced Private Calvin in any way,
I need to know that he signed that confession voluntarily.
of course he did.
He's in no state to sign something voluntarily.
Since his reappearance, has Private McAlpin had any contact with Beauvais?
Not to my knowledge.
Well, we'd still like to speak with Beauvais.
I'm afraid that's impossible,
Here we go.
Why?
because he's dead. Since both matters being handled internally, I'll assume your business here is finished.
Cut his wrist with a bed spring. Yeah, sure. Now, they still got time. They got less than 24 hours, but they still got time.
I'm fine. It's just a headache.
I know Scully's all about...
Mulder.
I know Scully's all about being fearless this episode. And not buying into the suspicion of fear.
Calvin, we can be there in 15 minutes.
But like, come on, man. She got to tell Mulder.
I should give this to you.
Well, the wife been through it, man.
You told me not to open it.
And Wharton? They must have known each other when Wharton served in Haiti.
They look so photoshopped
When
on
in
that one. When in Rome. Beauvais and Warden working together? I don't know. I doubt it, but that something happened in Haiti.
Mulder.
Frogs? Is that the... No, that's not frogs, right?
Dunham and Gutierrez both filed complaints against Colonel Wharton.
What are you talking about?
Those men were about to testify against Colonel Wharton, so we stopped them before they did.
So Warden killed the guy in the
Don't believe
bathtub?
us.
The
Look
other
in
one?
Trunk.
He framed McAlpin? Bro, he just had the remains of Gutierrez
What's left of Private Gutierrez?
still in there?
In the municipal graveyard.
So did McAlpin never die? But his body was extracted from... I don't know, like... Or was he resurrected somehow? Like zombified? I don't know. Like, did he not die and Warden tried to cover it up in a way? And because of the amnesia and PTSD from the accident, memory loss, he was easily framed for it. Bro's looking like that one guy from Game of Thrones. What's his name again? You know who I'm referring. The big bold guy. I forgot his name. Bro's doing it in his... The voodoo military colonel.
What is it, Scully?
I'm alright.
No, she
You
ain't.
don't look alright.
No, I'm fine. I'll catch up with you. Just go get Warden.
Oh, man, no. Nah, no. Scully's about to have her... No, man. She's gonna have another moment. I'm warning everyone right now. If there is a crazy jump scare... Watch your ears. Je m'appelle Scully. Je m'appelle Scully.
Federal agent.
Ça qu'a protégé moi. Pour moi marcher la nuit.
Drop the knife. Do it.
Bro, bust a cap in his head right now. Bust open that egghead. So Bouvard came out of Scully? Oh, no. Oh, it was just Hester, you mother. Yeah, that was that. So that was that like just Scully's fear right there. She was imagining that, and her blood basically reacted with
I feel better than you look.
the voodoo necklace or whatever it was, or like her mark. She was marked. That's it. Bro, that was horrifying, man. The Bouvard came back from the dead and killed the warden?
He's dead.
It was Beauvais.
Beauvais, sorry. Voodoo Magic came back and killed Warden? Came back from the dead to avenge Warden. Not to avenge Warden. To get revenge on Warden, sorry.
Here's the passenger manifest you asked for.
Okay, so he's alive.
They're petitioning to have Beauvais returned to Haiti.
Too bad it has to be in a box.
So he returned as a shape-shifting animal? So that private's well and like McAlpin, he's alive. Oh, he was the dog. Is Chester the dog? No. Because he was at the scene, right? Yo. Damn. Warden buried alive. So did Warden believe he saw Beauvais come back from the dead because of the... So what, like basically what Scully was saying at the beginning of the episode, you know, it's just the suspicion of fear, right? That's what generates what you see. And like the voodoo magic, the marking generates that, you know, suspicion of fear. And did Warden believe he saw Bouvet put that stuff and he like sort of knocked himself out by falling back? I don't know, but Scully said he was dead, so she must have checked his pulse and everything. But no, he wasn't dead. He was just maybe knocked out. I don't know. And then he was buried alive. That's crazy. That was a crazy reveal at the end there with Warden. So interesting stuff. Yeah, interesting. That was a decent episode of the X-Files. That scene with Scully as well in the car, horrifying stuff. Chester apparently dying 6 weeks ago. But no, Mulder and Scully clearly interacted with him. And maybe he returned as a shape-shifting thing back from the dead. Like that sort of gap. I don't know, something between the two worlds, the living and the dead. So he returned as a shapeshifter. Maybe he was incarnated as a shapeshifter. Reincarnated, sorry, as a shapeshifting animal, as the cat, potentially. So yeah, interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. McAlpay seems to be doing well, so hopefully the happy home returns. I don't know how his wife's processing it at the moment. But did he just get knocked out and transferred to the military hospital potentially? Like he never died. They covered it up. And they covered it up as a suicide just so Warden can, I don't know, just so Warden can exact his revenge on the Haitian refugees so he has an excuse. I don't know. I don't know if these questions are valid at the end of the episode. So yeah, hopefully you guys can do a little bit more explaining into it in the comment section. But yeah, I thought that was a solid episode of the X-Files. A horrifying scene with Scully right there in the cemetery in the car. That was great stuff. That was a terrifying scene. Always Scully in peril, man. Always Scully. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. It's been your boy Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.